and we took a little bit of money that we had, $45, and we built this model. And then we coughed up another $50 to rent a half a table at a local food event at the Great Lakes Brewery, where there was probably, 200 people that night, 300? And we set this out on a table, and we had a little piece of literature. We didn't have a company yet, we didn't have a product yet. All we had was concepts and ideas, and we sold those. And because of our passion and our understanding and our initiative, people decided that we were right. What we were doing was right and wanted and needed, and we've been in business ever since.
And this is a wonderful opportunity to start a company growing food, a farm that could also provide benefit for everyone in the Cleveland community. But where we're going comes back to the issue of, why do we do what we do? Why are we focused on tunnel vision hoops? And the reason comes down to food. We are focused on food. We want to make the largest impact on the food system as possible. And tunnel vision hoops is really just a conduit for us to do that. We got into tunnel vision hoops for a number of reasons. So it was almost an accident how we got into it. But it has given us the ability to impact a large number of people and improve our food system. We want people to grow food regardless of if they buy our tunnels. But if you buy our tunnels, you can grow food year round, and that will improve the local food system.
Or our first customer in Case Western Reserve, I got them when they stopped in front of that model, and I had no idea who they were. I didn't realize that it was the farm director at Case's Farm. I didn't realize it was the chief horticulturist out there. They're excited about what we did, and then I started showing them stuff, and I said, now if you like this, we're also thinking about, wouldn't this be great if we could do this? And that's what every entrepreneur has to do. You have to be able to talk about it, and if nobody listens over here, you find another door, you knock on that door, and you walk in that door and you talk, and you keep talking about that idea. You cannot give up if you really believe in it passionately. You've got to go out there because you've got to find those other people that believe in you that really will push the system forward. Leadership has to have somebody to lead, and entrepreneurship has to have somebody that believes in that to push it forward. You can't do it on your own. Nothing exists of and by itself alone. It's a collaboration of people and ideas and pulling those resources together. If you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to know. You have to know that basic thing, because if that basic thing falls apart, everything else collapses, because that's your foundation.
Hoop houses are not built using glass. They don't use concrete in their foundations, and they're heated through a solar heating system, which is the sun. We don't need anything coming in externally if you grow wisely with the seasons. So you wouldn't plant tomatoes in the middle of winter. You would plant something that loves cold weather, like radishes, beets, Asian greens, spinach. All of these things thrive on cold weather. You're almost creating a perfect environment for them to grow. That's what a hoop house is.
What's unique about ours is all of our systems are ready to be movable. You don't have to buy and make a huge expenditure to buy a specific mobile unit. If you want to be mobile, you can add wheels to it later on. So that's our first thing. That is also for the person that's going to be building their own when we actually begin selling kits out in the marketplace. They'll be able to build our system about 4 times faster than they would be able to build a traditional system because of that base frame system. Because basically the traditional system, you have to pound down anchors in every one of them. The other thing is we harvest rainwater off of our systems. So that every one of our systems that are sold out there, you can harvest the rainwater off of that. No one else has that system. And the other the innovation we have is a ventilation, a retractable all-weather dome. It's not pictured on this particular unit, but you can hand crank it, completely ventilates through the system. So there's no mechanical ventilations required, no electric hookups for big fans. So those innovations are really the things that spark the imagination in and around northeastern Ohio of what we're doing, because no one else has been innovating. For 30 years, people have been trying to make these things cheaper, to the extent that they've actually harmed the performance of the systems, where people have tried to space the bows out further or the hoops out further from each other, which has caused collapsing. People have tried to cut down and make them out of PVC rather than galvanized pipe, which has caused collapses in it. We decided to actually innovate, make them. First, our system is strong as an ox. I mean, it's probably one of the strongest systems out there, just the way that it's built and how the design is. Bolted systems versus snap-on systems, things like that. And then the innovations make the difference.
Cleveland really is an urban frontier. There is a vast opportunity for people who are looking to utilize that space in a positive manner to do so. And the city of Cleveland has been more than helpful in making that environment even more friendly.
For every dollar invested in urban agriculture, the return on that investment is going to be about $10 over the course of about, I think, 3 to 5 years.